So, this has taken me 3 days into Easter to get to, but I have an analogy, which is that, Jesus was dead for 3 days. I'm a priest, and so, last week was super busy. So, it's taken me 3 days to get into this rhythm, right? Yeah. I'm so glad that you're here with me. The work that we're undertaking is tonight, or whenever you're watching this, and in the next several days, weeks, rest of your life, to seek some renewal, to enjoy some relaxation. So, start by finding a comfortable seat. We're going to move in a few minutes, but I just want to start being still. A lot of our last year has demanded that we slow down and be still, and it's still a really uncomfortable thing to do. You might want to sit on a pillow or on a stack of a few books. I have this meditation pillow that I sit on, but you can sit on whatever you want. Or nothing. You want to have a seat that feels firm, and you want your body to feel relatively comfortable, nothing like super twingy or yucky. And we'll just open this time together with a little bit of checking in with your body, maybe scanning the way that your head feels, that your eyes and your sinuses feel, and moving down your body, kind of checking in with all the parts of your body, your jaw. Maybe you're tired. Your neck and throat, shoulders. Letting yourself feel rooted in to your body. Today, my toddler had a cold, so he couldn't go to the Parents' Day Out program. So I couldn't go to work. Jordan took over part of the afternoon, so I got a few things done, which was wonderful, but it wasn't the day that I planned to have, the day that I had expected. And I recognized at the beginning of the day, when we realized that this child was not going to go to be cared for by someone else, that I had a choice. I could choose to be frustrated and angry and irritated and resentful about it all day because I had these plans and these things that I needed to get done. And this child had the nerve to be sick. Or I could choose to surrender to the reality that my 20-month-old had sniffles. And I didn't want him to get any other kids sick. And he felt a little more tired, a little more clingy than usual. And really wanted to just be with his mama. And what a gift that is, right? That someone just so feels safe with you, that they just want to be near you and with you. So I was able to remind myself and set a new intention for the day when reality hit, which was to be present with my little boy. And that turned out to be a really beautiful day. I don't even know the things that I was supposed to do today and didn't get done. I'll worry about that tomorrow. There's nothing I'm going to do about it now. And indeed, I believe part of the reason that I came up with this idea in the first place to offer these classes, or whatever you want to call these videos, was because I had surrendered to the day and was just kind of scrolling through and looking at my friend's Instagram when the baby was having a snack, and realized that I had something to offer to this exhaustion that we're all feeling. So, the offering that I have for you this evening is for noticing what is present in your body and surrendering to it, choosing to acknowledge it rather than, well, my elbow shouldn't feel that way, or, well, I didn't plan for my knee to do that. These expectations that we have can blind us to the beautiful things that are waiting for us to discover. So, if you have a yoga mat, you can go to that, or if you don't, a pillow or a towel that might provide a little bit of comfort from the floor. Or if you have a soft floor, that's awesome. Or maybe you're outside. It's all good. Oh. And coming from your comfortable seat, rocking forward onto your hands and your knees, bringing your wrists directly under your shoulders, which you can't see of mine, and your knees directly under your hips. So you're in tabletop position. That's what we're in right now, with a nice flat back. Really feeling that breath moving through us. On an inhale, you can drop your belly toward the floor, tilting your hips up toward the sky, maybe even rolling your shoulders back a little bit, bringing a big curve into that spine. We call this cow pose. And then as you exhale, bringing that spine up toward the ceiling. This is called cat. If you've ever spent much time around a cat, you might recognize this pose. Maybe even pulling your shoulders apart a little bit, making space for more of your spine. And then on an inhale, coming back into cow, breathing deeply, and exhaling into cat. You can start to move any other parts of your body with this movement that feel like they might enjoy it. Your hips maybe side to side, your neck and chin, as you saw me doing with this cat pose. The spine is the center of our body, the place that holds us up and that brings our brain stem and all of our nerve cells down into our bodies. It does so much important work for us, so it helps to treat it well by moving it well. Bring your right hand down toward the mat or toward the floor and your left arm up. Breathing into your left side, maybe even bring your left arm over toward the right. These little videos are meant to just be kind of a plug and play, giving you a few good stretches, maybe a thought, a little bit of reflection. Inhale your right arm up and then exhale over to the left side, taking a few breaths here into all of the beautiful little muscles in between your ribs, into your oblique muscles right below your ribs, connecting to your hip. And inhale back up to center. Take a moment of stillness here. Inhale and exhale to feel what's happening on the sides of your body. I don't know where you are, but I'm in Dallas, and it's getting to be in the 80s just about every day here, so it's plenty warm. We're going to do just a few standing poses here. Let me adjust us a little bit here. That's not working well, is it? I'll figure this out eventually. And now you can't see my feet. I had this all really well set out before. Oh well. All right, so now you can see my feet at least. So place your left foot facing forward, and then your right foot at a right angle perpendicular to it. Stretch that foot out, maybe just a little bit. We're going to keep this leg straight, but you don't want it necessarily locked into position because that'll overextend your knee. You want just a tiny micro bend in it because that activates the muscles of that leg. Inhale, stretch out nice and long like you were, and then exhale, bring yourself any amount down. You might want to hold on to your leg, or if you want a little bit of extra challenge, if you want a more active pose, you can just hold yourself with your abdominal wall. Maybe even use this arm to push yourself more open to the sky. This arm is up straight. You can't see it. I'm sorry. Inhale and exhale. This is a pose you can do to feel steady and strong, triangle pose. You can feel a stretch through your obliques here and down maybe even through your hip. Inhale, straight. Bring your feet parallel, hands down toward the mat. Spine nice and long. Inhale and exhale. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Maintaining that micro bend in your knees. Bring yourself back up to standing. Bring that left foot to be perpendicular to your right. Micro bend in this knee. And then bring yourself any amount down on the side. You might feel a stretch on the inside of this thigh. If you want more of an active pose, you can basically take all of the weight off this arm and maybe even press it into your leg to create a little bit of torque to open up this side of your body to the sky. Down, let's come back to center one more time. Inhale and exhale. The sigh, coming back down to our knees to a little bit of a seat, activates the vagus nerve in our bodies that goes down our neck. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Which is the rest and digest response. That is definitely something we need these days. If you have a pillow or a few pillows, go on and grab those. I'll show you some options. Maybe you have a big pillow that you might use on your sofa, or you might have a throw pillow. This is just like a usual bed-sized pillow from your bed. You want to have at least 2 of them, or you can do this without any. And we're just going to move into a little bit of a relaxing posture. We've opened up and stretched some of the side of our bodies, front and back with our back. We've opened up our legs just a little bit, kind of easing into this. And now what we'll do is a reclining back bend. So you can, oh, I need a little something for my head. Make sure you have something good for your head too. You can bring it right up against your sacrum. Something that'll help open your chest. Bring your spine a little bit on an incline. And you don't necessarily want your head falling back. I might even bring it up like that. I have my legs out kind of in a butterfly position. You might want to have them
really far out, kind of in a diamond, it might feel better to have them straight, or you might want to have them out toward the edges of your mat and have your knees in together. This is called constructive rest posture. So wherever you are, whatever posture feels right for your body today, take a few breaths, a few moments to find what that posture is for you, and then challenge yourself to be still in it. That as you take a few breaths here, maybe even close your eyes. You let yourself surrender to the pillows, to the earth, to everything that's holding your body up, that takes no effort from you, no need from you. That was what my sermon was about on Sunday. I'm a pastor at a church called St. Augustine's Episcopal Church in Oak Cliff in Dallas, Texas. And my sermon was about how we sometimes doubt resurrection and sometimes wonder if things will come back, grow back, if things deserve to have hope. And the good news is that resurrection does not depend on us. That the solidity of the earth is not made more solid by any effort that I make. That in my tradition, that God is real, whether I believe it or not, whether I doubt it or not, whether I wonder or not. So whether we find ourselves in a place of irritation or a place of acceptance, as my favorite mystic says, all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. If you feel ready to release the posture that you're in, you can either remove the pillows and let yourself just lay on the floor with your chest open to the sky. Or if you'd like to, you can roll over to your right side or your left. Your right side will be especially relaxing, activating that rest and digest response. And we often do this at the end of a yoga class, curling up on our left or right side as a sort of symbol of being in the fetal position, a commitment to a new start. Recognizing the chance at rebirth that we're given, the chance to make different choices, to live a different kind of life. And then as you feel ready, you can use your hands and arms to bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you have any comments or questions or requests for more meditation or more movement or different kinds of movement, I would love to hear them. So feel free to comment, and I'll forward to that. And I'll see you tomorrow.